Hello, my name is Laine Bradshaw. In our 5 minutes together, we're going to talk about the 3 features that an assessment system must have in order to effectively help accelerate learning. These 3 features are difficult to get in the same assessment system, which is why it's very unusual for a system to have all 3. To get started, I need your help with something. I'm here in Atlanta, Georgia with you, and I miss my friend Sarah Finney so much that I'm going to walk from Atlanta, Georgia, 540 miles to Harrisonburg, Virginia to see her. If I walk at about 3 miles per hour, that's going to take me 180 hours to get to Sarah. To do this, I'm going to need some help. I'm going to need help navigating my journey to Sarah for it to be successful. I need some directions. So all of you help me. From your seat, point to Harrisonburg, Virginia. We see everyone pointing in different directions. So I don't just need any kind of directions. I need accurate directions to successfully get to Sarah. Does anyone else have something accurate they can tell me to get started? Ah, head northeast. Okay. The thing is, when I ask for directions, please don't use words like east. In addition to accurate directions, I need actionable directions. I need you to be more specific and tell me something that I can act on. Anyone else? Yes. Okay. Exit the main door of this building and then walk left. That is something I can do to get started on my journey. After I get started, I'm going to hit an intersection and I'm going to have to decide, do I continue straight? Do I take another left? Do I go right? So the third kind of directions that I need to be successful in my journey is I need those directions to be ongoing or timely. I need you to keep guiding me. If you tell me, hey, Lainey, I'm going to set you on your path, and at the end of 180 hours, I'm going to check in with you, and I'll let you know how far you are from Sarah. That doesn't help me get to Sarah. If I tell you, okay, well, I'll check in with you, or if you tell me, I'll check in with you 90 hours in, and we'll redirect your path towards Sarah. That may help me get closer to Sarah, but it's probably not going to help me get to Sarah. What I need is ongoing feedback at more regular intervals to continually redirect me towards my goal. That will help me get to Sarah and get to Sarah more quickly. These 3 characteristics of the kind of directions I need to get to Sarah are the same 3 characteristics that our assessment systems must have if they're going to be successful at helping accelerate student learning. When we think about accuracy in the world of assessment, we're talking about validity and reliability and everything that entails. When I'm talking about actionable, I'm talking about something specific enough for a classroom teacher to act on instructionally within a lesson or small set of lessons to tailor or personalize instruction for student strengths and weaknesses. And when I'm talking about timely in the assessment world, I'm talking about as needed or ongoing feedback. So where are we with respect to our types of assessments we have in our field and these characteristics or features of assessments? Well, when we think about summative assessments, that's where we have really a ton of validity and reliability evidence, the technical merit to meet peer review, and that evidence is supporting the overall inference about ability at a given grade level and subject. But when we think about improving student learning, we think about needing information that is timely and specific to detail student strengths and weaknesses. So what we need to do to realize the vision of assessment to accelerate learning is we've got to add this validity and reliability evidence to our classroom assessments that are timely and specific. Let's take a look at my learning journey and think about this with respect to my walk to Sarah and classroom assessments. If you give me ongoing feedback, or if classroom assessments that are timely and specific give ongoing feedback that's not necessarily accurate, it is going to change my path, but it may not help me get closer to Sarah more quickly. To change my path in a positive way, that timely and specific feedback needs to be accurate as we go. So what we need is a classroom assessment system that provides all 3 of these features. That's why we developed Navvy. This is our 5th year implementing Navvy with school districts, and we developed it specifically so that you would have an assessment system that provides all 3 of these features. It's really difficult to provide all 3 of these features because it's difficult, the more specific feedback you want to give about strengths and weaknesses, it's difficult to get that reliability and validity evidence from a design and a psychometric perspective. So how we did it is we used a level of specificity at the standards level, and we're using diagnostic measurement to get an assessment for each individual standard that is valid and reliable, but also only takes 6 to 8 items to get a diagnosis of either you've learned the standard or still need help on the standard. Navvy is an on-demand assessment system. Teachers at any time they want to can give an assessment over a standard or collection of standards. They get reports on their dashboards that show student profiles of learning. If you look across a student, you can see that Bobby has learned informational 1, 3, and 8 and still needs help on informational 4, 5, and 9. So that every student has an up-to-date learning profile, not only within years, but across years, so that we always have unfinished learning pinpointed as well. Navvy is a part of the Pearson family, where we are reimagining assessment for accelerated learning by having accuracy in our classroom assessments and then embedding that classroom assessment system within a more comprehensive and coherent system to support teaching and learning. We'd love to connect with you. My email address is laine.bradshaw@pearson.com.